Hi, welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks for dropping in. I'm doing a test here to see if managed to figure out the problem with my live streaming. It keeps going offline or pausing, hamstering, all that good stuff. So I've been tweaking and changing quite a few things, and I'm hoping that this time I have actually fixed it. So basically, I'm just going to work on the project that I've been working on for the past few days at least, and see how things go. Basically, I'm just running it to see if it starts to freeze or hamster or anything like that. So, as I said, I'm working on this goldfish. It's a 30 by 30 square drills, and I'm more than halfway done. So I had a bit of a disaster a couple of days ago. Anybody that watches the videos may remember seeing a diamond painting in the background of a hoverfly, which is a custom that I got made. It was hanging by a magnetic frame that I had glued with Gorilla Glue because the magnets on the frame aren't strong enough to hold a 60 by 60. So it's been hanging there for probably a few months, and a couple of days ago it fell down. So the diamond painting ended up in a scrunched heap on top of the cabinet beneath it. Um, hadn't had a chance to really look at it or fix it because I've been working 12-hour shifts. So today I started looking at the damage, and I was very surprised to find that only 9 drills had come off. Now, the diamond painting hasn't been sealed, so it's just magnetic frames, no kind of cover, because I've begun to realise that I don't like them behind glass or perspex because you get so much reflection, and it is really irritating when you're looking at it or you're trying to take a picture of it, and the glass or the perspex acts like a mirror and you can't really see the diamond painting. So I've now started doing or using magnetic frames, but if you're doing large diamond paintings, the magnets aren't strong enough to hold them up. So I had Gorilla glued the top, so it's basically glued on, and everything seemed fine until a couple of days ago, and then the canvas decided to slide out of the frame. So I've realised what the problem was and what caused it. So I'm going to do a YouTube video about it, what happened, how I fixed it, and what not to do when you glue magnetic frames. So, as I said, I thought it was fine. It had been hanging there for months, no problem. And then it just suddenly dropped out. So I was very pleased to find that only 9 drills had popped off, considering it had all sort of scrunched up in a heap. So it didn't take too long to replace them. I always keep the key so that if any drills do come off any pictures, I can look at the key and get a reference and put the colours back in again. So that's what I did. Then I modified how I attach the canvas to the frame, and it's back up again. So I won't make the same mistake twice. Hi Chantel, you haven't changed much. Looking as good as usual. So how's things over there? Do you still have snow? It's really well, it feels really cold here, but it's just we've got a really cold wind blowing across Denmark at the moment, but it's not giving us any snow. So Chantel, can you let me know if the video is clear and if the audio is okay, if it starts to hamster, starts to glitch? I can't remember if you were in the past few times when I've been having. You're welcome. I'm in a pleasant mood today. I've been having a lot of problems with live streams, so I've basically been deleting them, because they only run so long and then they freeze. I've only been on. I've only been on 6 minutes, so just on. Thanks, Chantel. Been constantly having problems with the live streams. I don't know how many I've done trying them, and they nearly all, or they all have actually came up with poor connection, connection error, no connection, sound disappearing, video freezing, a whole combination of things. So the past 4 days I've been working 12-hour shifts, so I haven't had any chance to look at anything. So this morning I started looking again on how to try and fix the problem. I think I might have fixed it this time. I said that last time, but I'm a bit more confident this time. If this doesn't work, I have no idea. So I was just saying that I don't know if you remember the hoverfly diamond painting that normally sits in the background when I do the videos. It fell down. Yeah, I deleted all the ones that froze. I just deleted them. There's no point in people watching them, and then they start to see all the glitches and stuff. It's a bit pointless because the conversation just stops because nobody. Hi Val, thanks for dropping in. So this is really a test. Hopefully, it's the last test of the video and audio. Once I'm convinced it's working, I'll maybe do a YouTube video about it. I'm just looking at the pictures that you've added in your comments. I didn't know you could do that. Very, very realistic. It's it's back up and it looks fine, but I've had to change the way that it's because of the weight. The large diamond paintings are just far too heavy for the magnetic frames. So what I had done, I mean, I knew that when I did that one, but what I had done was I used Gorilla Glue and glued the canvas to the frame, and it's been hanging there for a long time. And a couple of days ago, it decided to depart, and it fell, landed on the cabinet with the small diamond paintings in a scrunched heap, and I hadn't had a chance to look at it. So I looked at it this morning, put it on the dining room table, and I found that only 9 drills had come off it. But I had to rethink how I attach it, so I've done that. I've modified it, and it should not fall again. But I'm going to do a YouTube video explaining what I did originally, what went wrong, why it went wrong, and how I fixed it. So that'll be coming soon. But the good news is, I mean, when I picked it up, I thought it's just going to be like half the drills are going to be off it because they aren't sealed. But I was really surprised how few actually came off. But I keep the key, so all I did was I got the key, I looked at the symbols that had no drills, and then just pulled out the DMC numbers and put new ones in, and it looks fine, no damage. So another little educational video coming up. How not to hang large diamond paintings. Won't have any problems with this. This is only a 30 by 30. The magnets can hold these, no problem. So everything seems to be relatively stable so far. Would that be fair to say? Hi, Enya. Long time no see. How are you? But I lost count of how many lives I tried to do that crashed. Unstable connection was the message that I kept getting. So I went out and bought a new super duper laptop that's way faster than the old one because I blamed the laptop, obviously. And when I started using the new one, it did exactly the same thing. So then I got a super fast Ethernet cable, thinking, okay, put that in, and it did it again. I I, th- I think it's 60 by 60. It's a while since I did that one, but I'll just check it. If I can find it. Oh, no, I'm way out. It's actually an 80 by 75. That's the original. It doesn't work very well, does it? Do it bright. Can't do much with it. Let me back here. That doesn't show very well, does it? Anyway, it's 80 by 75. So even bigger than I thought it was. 80 by 80. Cool. It's a decent size. Don't hang it by magnetic frames and glue it in. It may land on the floor, which happened to the hoverfly 2 days ago. I just heard whoosh, crunch. It just slid out. So yeah, it's pretty heavy. So it wasn't the Gorilla Glue that was at fault, though. But I'm going to do a video and explain what went wrong, why it went wrong, and how I fixed it, and how I would recommend you hang large, heavy diamond paintings. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Thanks for dropping in. We're just talking about my diamond painting fiasco. My 80 by 75 diamond painting of a hoverfly fell off the frame a couple of days ago and landed in a heap. So I was doing damage assessment today, and it was only 9 drills that fell off. So they're back on. Everything's sorted. It's back up. Everything looks fine. But I've learned something, so that's good. There is a plus side to this story. So how are you, Enya? I haven't spoke to you for months. And Nancy, I don't think I've spoke to you for quite a long time. I mean, Chantel, she's just always there. Yeah, yeah, I would see. The thing is, it's like I know that people say like they like them in frames, and they don't have to seal them because they put them in frames and they're encased and they have like glass or perspex in front, which I totally understand. And the reason that people don't use magnetic frames is because there's no protection on the front, and your diamond painting is going to get covered in dust. I've got diamond paintings that have been hanging here now for, I'm guessing, maybe one of them at least over a year, and I don't look at them and see dust. I'm not saying there isn't any, but I haven't even tried to dust them. The thing is, if you're worried about dust, all you would need to do is get like a feather duster type thing and just give it a very light wipe over. That would take any dust off it. The big advantage for me is you can actually see the diamond painting. That is important to me. I don't want to look at reflections of windows and lights and lamps and things. I just want to see the diamond painting. So having nothing in front of it, you don't have all of these what I see as problems. Plus, framing is expensive. Magnetic frames are definitely cheaper. And if you're doing the small ones like this 30 by 30, the magnets are absolutely fine. And all you have to do is swap the picture out. You use the same frame and you swap them out, and you use a lot less money. Nothing much has happened. Diamond pitching and latch hooking. Latch hooking. Just spent a few days at my mother's. Also saw my sister. That's good. Catching up with family. That's good. I think that the possible disadvantages of magnetic frames far outweigh the disadvantages of glass and perspex, in my opinion. All I need to do is take a picture of a diamond painting without any front, like glass or perspex, and take a picture of one with. The one with, you will see reflections of whatever at the windows, if it's daytime, reflections of me holding up my phone, all that sort of stuff. And I think it just detracts from the picture. When you walk past, you just tend to see a window reflecting back. You don't see the drills reflecting back. And to me, that's the whole point of diamond paintings. They glisten. And if you're looking at a reflection, you can't see any glisten. So when I started, I framed everything at the beginning, and I gradually started. It was after I framed them, and then I was trying to take pictures of them to let people see them. Like, this is it framed, ta-da! And it would be, okay, this is it framed, but here's me standing holding the phone in the picture in the reflection. Or if I put them on the floor, here's the ceiling light in the reflection on the glass, or things that I didn't want. I just wanted a picture of the diamond painting, and I had to change angles and things and move things and to try and get it so that you didn't get reflections of stuff. And I found that really, really annoying. And then I did a small diamond painting. Um, okay, buy lurker, have fun. Um, so I got a smaller one, and I didn't put it in a frame, and I put it in a magnetic frame, and I hung it up, and I've just left it. And every now and again, I look at it and I think, does that look like it's dusty or anything? Nope, I haven't touched it. I've now got three hanging up, four hanging up that haven't seen a duster, and they're all fine. They're still all shiny. I've got the little tin soldier from Diamond Art Club that has the occasional ABs, and they still sparkle, just like little stars randomly. So if there is dust, it hasn't affected the sparkle of the drills yet, anyway. But as I said, I think all I need is just one of those long. They don't use feathers anymore, really. Those fabric duster things, and just give it a light wipe over to take dust off it. So, yeah, I suppose things change as you get more experience with different things. I will certainly not just glue on a large canvas to a magnetic frame anymore. I've found out the hard way what happens, even though it's been hanging for months and it seemed fine. And nobody was in the room at the time, but I just heard whoosh, and as soon as I heard the noise, I knew what it was. It was the canvas sliding down the wall. So, as I said, that's been repaired. But I'm going to do a video about it. I think it's going to be a very important video for people who are thinking about doing large diamond paintings and using magnetic frames. And I'll just talk about what I see as the pros and cons between using the magnetic frame or a frame with glass. I just find the glasses too distracting. And they are expensive, especially when you start going for weird sizes. A lot of diamond paintings can be just weird sizes. So you can either buy a standard size frame that's a bit bigger and then do something to fill in the sides, the borders. Um, I don't really go for that. So yeah, I'm not sure when I'll actually get it recorded though. That's the only problem because I've got another 3 12-hour shifts coming up. So it's trying to fit things in, ideas and stuff, and recording stuff, and all the rest of it. I've got plenty of ideas. I've actually got a notebook now. Tammy bought me a notebook. So I sit and jot things. Just it's like sometimes you just sit in there and you just think, oh, there's an idea. So I've got quite a few ideas that are sitting, waiting patiently. Next L is 1. Don't have a YouTube channel. Yeah. Chantel's got an Etsy shop and she does some really nice cover minders. This is one that I bought from Chantel. Now that is a cover minder. Nothing is going to move under that. To give you an idea of the size compared to, this is another cover minder I've got. So just a bit of a difference in size. And this is the back of the small cover minder. And this is the back of Chantel's cover minder. So nothing is going to move when this is sitting on it. Link. Jim, do you still love your cover? Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I really like this one because Chantel has so many different designs and styles and subjects. I really like this one because it looks like honey to me anyway, like the bee, and then like honey in the background, and you can see it's all nice and glittery as well. So yeah, I really like that. Just a nice decoration while you're sitting diamond painting. Have you sourced the drills? Yeah, I sourced them when I sourced them before I bought the Heaven and Earth design. So I've got the drills for that. I've had them for a long time. I still don't know when I'm actually going to get around to doing it because I've got so many other projects that I want to do. I'm starting to get to the point I've got so many that I really want to do. It's not just a matter of going through them and thinking, oh, I'll do this one for a change. It's like, I like this one, I like this one, I like this one. Ah, I've got the one and only. Well, it's not for sale. It's mine. My precious. Put a link up, Chantel. If you've got a link, put a link up. Let people see. I don't mind people if people have got like Etsy stores and things. I don't mind people putting stuff like adverts, if you like adverts, promotions, whatever. If putting links up, because people are interested. People are always interested in seeing things they've never seen, and basically, anything that anybody's showing or trying to sell is going to fall on its own merits. If you're selling stuff that's good and people like it, it'll sell. If you're trying to sell stuff that isn't good, it won't sell. That's just how it works. So there's no. I'm not being. Chantel isn't sending me any money, unfortunately. So if anybody does have any Etsy stores and things, please let us know. I mean, I'm always as curious as anybody else to see what's new. Um, I don't really see anything wrong with doing that. Oh, can they? Thanks, Carly. I never knew that. I've only got one mod, and she's not on. I never really followed the mod thing because I feel I'm not really getting any hassle. I mean, okay, I get these stupid bots that come in, but it's not really a big issue. Well, if you could, I can't remember the name of your Etsy store, Carl, Chantel. If you can just put the name of the Etsy store, even if you can't put a link, I'm sure people would find it. I got the drills and the canvas from Mike at Smith's Beads, which suits you, because he's in, where is he? Birmingham, I think. He's in England. I can't remember exactly where he is, but he's in England, so it's nice and easy for you. And that's smithsbeads.co.uk. But the best way to get Mike is actually in Messenger. If you go on Facebook Messenger and search Smith's Beads and just send him a message, just say you were talking to Jim and you're looking to get drills for something, they'll help. Okay, so that's the name of Chantel's Etsy store, Dazzle Diamond Dreams. I've used Mike for about, I think about 6 customs. So, I would definitely recommend them, and he likes to make sure that his customers are happy. He will go out his way if there is any kind of problem. I'm not saying there will be, but I just know that if there ever is, you don't have to worry. Mike will chase it up. I had a problem with a delivery and it went AWOL. Nobody knew where it was. So Mike started chasing the couriers, and I was talking to him on Messenger, and he's like, "Okay, hang on, leave it with me." He disappeared for a while. He came back, and he said, "Okay, I've spoke to this courier, and this happened, and then it's went to another courier. Just leave it with me." He chased him up, and he found out where it was, and it was in the store below our apartment. They have like a little post office type place, and they had been there. It had been there for nearly 2 weeks, and I hadn't had any notification. And that was nothing to do with Mike. That was the postal service. But Mike managed to track it. He said, "This is the address I've got for it," and I said, "That's directly underneath me." So I went down, spoke to the guy. I said, "Do you have a package for me?" I gave him the reference number, and he said, "Yeah." He said, "It's been here for 2 weeks." No, so the thing is, normally what happens is after 2 weeks, if things haven't been collected, they get sent back. So um, I think he kept it because, well, he knows me. So I think he hung on to it a bit longer, and I got it. But I mean, that was really, really good on Mike's part. He really went out his way to find it. And I think that might have actually been 2 diamond paintings I got at the same time, 2 customs. It was a while ago. But I mean, if you've got any questions, just contact Smith Speeds on Messenger and just ask Mike. It's him and his I don't think they're married, so his partner, Teresa, they are Smith Speeds. So it's not like a huge company where things get lost in internal mails and stuff. They read everything and they deal with everything and they pack everything. So Uh, can't remember. I'm sure somebody else got in touch with Mike for drills or something. Ah, right, acrylic or resin. The the basic ones. I can't even remember what's what and what's meant to be the best. Um, no, they're not the. What ones are the more expensive ones, or the ones that are the shiniest ones meant to be? I just see them as all plastic. I don't really get too hung up on how drills are extra shiny because whatever. I'm more interested in the picture, to be honest. If I like the picture, I like the picture. I'm not really judging it on shininess value. I'm judging it more on the picture. Um, After saying that, I'm thinking about the diamond paintings that I've done, and the one that really struck me for bling was diamond dots. Surprisingly, considering I only have one. Diamond Dot's Winter Wonderland is just like so shiny and glittery. It does have a lot of ABs in the snow, but even their normal drills, and they use the acrylic then or whatever. The one that's meant to be better, that's what they use, and I definitely noticed a difference in it. I don't know if Mike can source the other type or not. You'd need to ask him. I mean, the hoverfly that I was talking about earlier, that's from Mike, that's Smith Speeds, and the Hans Christian Andersen one, and I did one of Newhound. Um, the Little Match Girl, the one from Heaven and Earth Designs, I haven't done. Yeah, Diamond Dots drills definitely are, and again, I'm not being nobody's telling me to say that. It's just a fact. I was working on it. Tammy was walking past and stopped and looked and went, "Wow." She said, "Is that all the ABs?" And I said, "No, just some of them." And she said, "Just the angle that she was looking at it, the light was just hitting it right." So I went and had a look from that angle, and they were so shiny. I was like, "Yeah, that's impressive." But again, I wouldn't just buy from a company because they have shiny pictures. I need to like the picture. That's the main thing. But if I like the picture and it happens to have the super shiny drills, that's even better. But I don't let it put me off if they're not. But again, everybody's different. I mean, uh, we've all got different things that we like and don't like. I like to try and mix up things like different companies, different types of pictures. Some people like to collect, like a specific artist. They like to collect their stuff, that type of thing. I mean, we've all got sort of different things, and every single one is right because it's a hobby and it's your hobby. So you do what you want, and that's it. Right. So resin are the shiny, shiny ones, and acrylic are plastic. Whereas I just see them all as plastic. You get the normal plastic and the shiny plastic. Although I did go into a long discussion with Diamond Dots and found out a lot about the company, and I found out that the drills they make is actually their own formula, if you like. They actually make the drills. Um, they use virgin plastics, so the plastics aren't recycled plastics. I asked them about that as well, and I was saying, well, wouldn't it be better to use recycled plastic because then we're using plastic that's maybe going to be getting thrown away? And they said, yeah, the idea is good, But the problem with that is you don't know the chemical composition of the plastics that are being recycled, and some may have things in them that you don't want. So what they do is they produce their own plastic so it meets the standard they want, and they know exactly what is in that. So then it's like, "Oh, okay, right, I understand that." They know for a fact there is nothing in there that shouldn't be in it. They have very high standards, and they have their own numbering system. They don't use DMC codes, they use their own. And again, I was asking about that. And the reason for that is because they have a lot more coming, and DMC don't have them. Well, it's not just that reason, but it's one of the advantages of having your own system is when you add new ones, you add it to your system. You don't add something to DMC that nobody else has. So they've got their own numbering system, which you have to remember if you're keeping drills that are left over. But I think there might be a way to convert the codes. I don't know. I think there is. I vaguely remember somebody mentioning it. But Diamond Dots have got very, very high standards. They are licensed by Disney, or Disney have basically given them the license to use Disney characters and stuff. So have Marvel Comics. They've got the rights to reproduce stuff. Um, so Disney and Marvel and all these really big companies have got very high standards of what they want for their product, and Diamond Dots meet all of that. So they are a very impressive company. And again, I'm not being sponsored, paid, nothing. It's just I spoke to them a lot at one point. We found out, I mean, they were very open, answering questions. I've found that it can be quite difficult at times to get questions answered from diamond painting companies. Um, and I tend to do that. Like, rather than read what's happening in a forum and what people say about companies, I tend to contact the companies directly and start asking questions about different things. And some companies are quite good at answering, and some companies don't answer at all. And some companies are good at answering if you ask specific questions, but certain questions you start to ask, they tend to not really reply. I've noticed that as well. So I think they start to think, why is he asking so many questions? And what's his motive for it? And it's just purely because I like to know as much as possible about anything that I'm interested in. And to me, the best way to do it is to talk to the people that make the stuff. I've done one diamond dots. I can tell the shine was awesome. There was a dots to do. Yeah, I thought I heard some about that in you. But when I was talking to them, it was well over a year ago. Do you know what database? Um, what do you mean? I basically what happened by having an Earth design was um, I was just browsing. Somebody mentioned having an Earth design. I started looking, and I found a picture that's called Little Match Girl, which is a story by Hans Christian Andersen. I live in Copenhagen now. Hans Christian Andersen is buried here. He used to live here. Um, and I had done a custom of Hans Christian Andersen's statue. And when I saw Little Match Girl, I thought, oh, that's a cool one. I'll get that part of the Hans Christian Andersen theme. Because I've got The Little Tin Soldier, which is another Hans Christian Andersen story. But I saw the Little Match Girl, and I found out that you could only buy the pattern. You couldn't buy drill. They've changed. Things have changed there. But anyway, at that time they didn't provide any drills, any canvases. I know they do some now. Um, and they said you buy the pattern, and then you need to get a company to provide the drills and the canvas. So Mike had already done customs for me, so I got in touch with him and I said, I've got my eye on this little match girl from Heaven and Earth Designs. But they said somebody has to supply the drills and the canvas. And he said, "Oh, I can do that." Uh, he said, "Just let me know which one it is that you're looking at." So I did that. And then he just got back to me and said, "Okay, it's going to be a whatever size by whatever size and so many colours and we can do it." And that was it. So when you're asking about what database the symbols are, I don't know what you mean. But I also found out there's an app called Pattern Keeper that you can do diamond paintings just as if they were counted cross stitch, and the app keeps track of what you've filled in. So I was looking at that, and then I was trying to find it for Mac. Well, was it Mac? No, I was trying to find it for my iPad. That's what it was. So iOS, and I found out it's only available for Android. So I went away and I bought an Android tablet purely to do that diamond painting. I charged it up, I installed the PDF file, I checked it was working, I switched it off, I put it in a cupboard, and it's been there ever since. And I can't even remember where I put it. So one day I'm going to find it, charge it back up again, and then seriously look at starting the little match girl. But I've got quite a few that I really want to do, so it's going to wait. And doing it as a counted cross stitch is going to be so slow because it's just a white canvas with a grid on it, like no colour, no picture. There's nothing on it. It's just a white canvas. So it's going to be a very slow process, but it's it's more than a bit of a challenge. But I think it'll be good to actually get it done and say, yeah, I did that without the picture. I mean, if I knew if I knew where I'd put the bag with the drills, I could let you see the symbols, but I have no idea where it is. I've got I'm just thinking I've got like one big drawer thing full of diamond paintings to be done. I've got the cabinet that the little diamond paintings sit on top of. That is full of bags of diamond paintings, drills. And then I've got another drawer thing that's full. And then I've got more of them just piled on top of each other, all in freezer bags with the key in the bag, so I know what they are. I've no idea where the little match girl is. Probably near the bottom of the piles somewhere, because I have had that one for I don't know, a year and a half, maybe longer. But the symbols database, I don't. What is it you mean by that? Do you know what database? I don't know. It's Mike. Mike does all that stuff. But I think the PDF yeah, the PDF must come. The PDF will come with the symbols on it. So I don't know how Mike does it. If he can get access to the PDFs, I don't know. That would be your best bet, actually. Get a hold of Mike and ask him how it works. And if you talk to him about symbol databases, he's probably got a better idea of what you mean. So I take it everything's been fine so far, like the the video and the audio, like no hamstering, anything like that. Yes, that was a fast response as well. I think everything's improved because I always had quite long delays before I got messages back. So it looks like I finally fixed it. Just getting back to Chantel's cover minders, they aren't all this size. You can get smaller ones. Like you might not want something this size, but it was just when I saw this one, I just really liked it. So it is one of the bigger ones. You can get them smaller though. Hamster free zone. Woohoo. That was really starting to irritate me because I mean I don't do a lot of lives really, but I just like being able to get the chance to talk to people and get to know other diamond painters. It's just not the same being in like a group and just sitting reading comments because in the lives we can wander off into whatever subject we want. Can't really do that in groups. If you're in a diamond painting group and you start talking about, I don't know, just random stuff, they don't like it. And depending what group you're in, if you're in a diamond painting group, they don't want you talking about other diamond painting companies, and I don't like that. I don't like being restricted in what I can talk about. So that's why I like to just come on, have a bit of a natter. And nobody's under any like restraints, like oh, can't mention that website, can't mention this, can't mention that. I don't mind. Yeah, they've got just been looking what Heaven and Earth Designs or Smith Speeds. Oops. Chaotic Crafting with V. Good morning, V. Thanks for dropping in. I am working on Goldie the goldfish. Ta-da. 30 by 30. Shouldn't take me too long. Now that I've finally got time to sit and do it. Oh, Chantel's shop. Right, okay. Chantel can make things to order. If you tell her what one you liked, she can get bits and pieces because she did that for me. I actually ordered a few. I got some for Tammy. I don't know if they're an easy reach. I don't think so. But I got some for Tammy, and Chantel actually, there was something that I wanted that she didn't have, and she said, but I can make it. So she did. So where in the world are you, V? UV. Okay. Good morning. I guess you're in America. It is 5:28 p.m. in Denmark. So evening for us. Oh, Canada, cool. Yeah, a few people drop in from Canada. I've been there. Not that I've mentioned it much in the lives, but I went to Canada for a month. Really nice. Ended up in Vegas for a week, as you do. Don't quite know how that happened. I went to Canada for a month and ended up in Vegas at one point. They should write a movie about that. So are you getting all this snow that people have been talking about in Canada, V? Vegas was far too hot for me. More than, yeah, a few people have been saying about the amount of snow they've been getting. We haven't had any in Denmark really this year. Vegas was too hot, but I went there in August, like as you do. Someone who doesn't like the heat goes to Vegas in August, obviously. But I saw the Grand Canyon, so it was worth it. It was really cool. Well, it wasn't cool, it was actually very hot, but it was nice. I mean, I have no idea where in Canada you are. I was sort of Banff, Calgary, Red Deer, Edmonton, that sort of area. 3 feet. I can't remember seeing 3 feet of snow since I was a kid. Global warming, man. Number 6. Oops. Out of all this section I've got left, I've got one green square. Boop. Done. Change colour again. Okay. 10. So earlier I was talking about my recent disaster an 80 by 75 diamond painting fell off the magnetic frame and landed in a heap. So I was fixing that today, and I've realised something that I shouldn't have done. So I'm going to be doing a YouTube video about it, talking about large diamond paintings and magnetic frames and what not to do, which is what I did. But it's fixed. Only 9 drills came off it. I was pretty impressed with that. That was actually one of the customs that I got from Mike, so I'll have to mention that to him. Just double checking. Do you ever get that the thing where you're just plodding away, putting the drills down, and then you suddenly realise, or you suddenly think, is this even the right colour? I tend to do that quite a lot. Oh, right, okay, Central Canada. So are you still there, Carly? If you are, you've gone very quiet. So how long have you been diamond painting, V? It's just you're a new name, so I'm just curious. Or a new name to me anyway. And since you say crafting, chaotic crafting, I take it you do a lot more than just diamond painting. Yeah, I have actually done it. I have been putting the wrong colour down and then realised I'm doing it. I think I've maybe done it 3 times, and the worst one was about 50 something drills I had to pick off because I was talking, believe it or not. Got distracted, forgot to change the colour, thought I had. In my head I'd changed the colour, but I hadn't actually changed it, and I was putting the same colour in the wrong places. So which crafts? Because people come in who do all different crafts. Me, it's just diamond painting. That's it. I used to cross stitch a long time ago, and that's sort of how I stumbled on diamond painting. I was thinking about taking up cross stitch again, and I did a search online for cross stitch, and I just happened to see diamond painting. This thing called diamond painting got mentioned. So I had a look at that and I thought, oh, that looks quite interesting. No more fiddling about with threads and stuff. So I tried it, and that was, but I'm losing track of time. 2 and a bit years ago, maybe, and I've just never stopped. Yeah, as I mean, it is annoying. You just think you're doing okay, and then suddenly you've got to sit and pick them all back off again, redo them.